Hi, Luminaires. Thank you so much for being here and supporting this channelers practice group. We have 6 wonderful channelers that are willing to answer questions that could be personal, global, or universal. And if you would like to offer your question up, please do so in the chat thread. And if you feel comfortable enough, please state your first name and where you're located, followed by your question. If that is not a comfortable place for you, just be very precise in your question, leaving it to one full question. As you've heard Maitland, a guide of mine, say a few times, the quality of your question equals the quality of your answer. We're going to be dealing with higher frequencies and entities that don't have human bodies. And so when they hear a question, they're going to respond to exactly how you're, posing it. So take a little time, put it together, and we're going to work our structure by offering 15-minute sessions to each channeler so that they can stay within their trance state and hold their space. Today they will be off camera. Tomorrow they will have an opportunity to be on camera so that you can see and know them. But today it's about them getting to witness and be a part of a community and receive questions from people that they do not know. So thank you again for being here. We are going to begin. We're going to begin with Sonia Tolson's question. She said, "Will my soul allow me to become a psychic medium so that I can help others?"
Sonia, everybody has the capacity, everyone's soul has the capacity to become a medium. But the capacity also comes with the responsibility of being applied to your craft, your meditation, your practice. Your spiritual practice is very important for your development.
Thank you so much. Lori Williams from Oklahoma states, "I feel a strong connection to the mantis beings. What would they like me to know at this time, and how can I best work with them?"
What I get is an integration. It's almost like if you are already working with them, immerse yourself in nature as much as you can, and you can connect to them through the trees, through that energy. Trees are messengers, and they will take your message where it needs to go to work with them.
Thank you. Jan Sterling in Oregon would like to know, what spiritual-based career is best for me or is meant for me? And that's Jane Sterling in Oregon.
I get a humorous answer. There's as many options as their desire. You need to explore and tap into several modalities to see which one you feel comfortable with. And only you will know what is good for you and your spirit to work together.
Thank you very much. Andrew H. is asking, what do you feel and see when you think of the star system Orion and me? That would be Andrew H. And he's giving you lots of gratitude and thanks.
There is definitely a connection, like your ancestry possibly comes from Orion. Um, and I won't doubt that the vessel speaking right now also has some ancestry based on Orion. Um, Definitely, there's an ancestry traceable to that area of the galaxy.
Thank you. This is from Anna, and she's located in Sweden. And she would like to know if you can answer, will I be able to eat gluten bread again, like real bread again?
If it's your desire, absolutely. But ask yourself why. You can liberate yourself from your gluten predisposition. Part of it is physical, part of it is what we hear, and part of it is emotional. So there's different levels of healing: the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional part. Um, but they are asking again, why would you want to eat it? Just think about it twice.
Thank you. Judy in London is asking if her daughter Ella will be coming to London for Christmas. She lives in LA.
I hear Ella singing holiday songs, and I take that as a sign of a desire of her being there. Now it's up to both of you to make it happen.
Thank you so much. Sonia Tolson from Tucson, Arizona. Will my soul allow me to have a spiritual career? And if so, which one? So, what spiritual career is most in alignment to Sonia's soul?
Sonia can develop and has the capacity of being a great psychic mediumship, even take it into channeling, if a lack of discipline at this point, more practice, more exercise, more exposure.
Thank you. Happy Jax, Happy Jaxie 09 is writing in. Oh, it's Christine from Northern California. And she says, hi. What can we expect universally in regards to the weather changes like storms and fire and flooding, earthquakes, hurricanes? Love and light to you.
We cannot discard that humanity is focusing too much on such events. As we are trying to balance that energy from our perspective. We don't understand sometimes why the fixation with these negative forces, um, we need to look for a positive outcome and not focusing on all that is of what we call reality happening. Because we create reality from our perspective, let's create a better one, a peaceful one, a loving one, a cooler one, less fires and floods. Um, that's part of it. The other part is tapping into new technologies of cooler energies, of lack of combustion, for lack of a better word, um, magnetics, magnetic fields, magnetic propulsions. That's where the solutions are to create a more agreeable atmosphere for humans to live.
Thank you. Catherine, who is in South Africa, thank you for this opportunity. Will I find love this year? I've been alone for quite a long time.
Our question to you is, do you love yourself? Let's start with loving ourselves first. And as we vibrate as our own lovers, love will come to us. We attract the vibration we're reflecting. And I hope this answers your question.
Thank you. To Ria from South Carolina, when when the channeling gift shows up, does a mentor normally show up too?
Absolutely. Um, there's there's a humorous saying: "Is the Pope Catholic?" It's exactly the same. Um, when you are ready, the teacher appears. Absolutely.
Thank you. We have time for two more. And this one is coming from Samantha Pika from Vancouver, Canada. I would like to ask, why am I experiencing a feeling that my career is needing to take another shift?
Your higher self is alerting you, and it's not only you. We're all taking a shift at this point in history. So you've been alerted ahead of time, and you're very fortunate to have that signaling system of yours because you can move forward and start preparing for the shift. Others don't have that alert system, although they have it, it's not awakened on them.
Thank you. And for our last question for you, Beverly Levy from UK, and her question is, I had an experience in which I was spoken to by something that was speaking in what I now assume was light language. I'm curious to know who they were.
I'm getting that is Andromedan light language. However, with that say, it's a large group with subdivisions, and that is the clarity I'm not getting at the moment.
Thank you so very much. We're going to move to our next channeler for the next 15 minutes. And we have some wonderful questions coming in. We have a question from Judy in London. We're sending healing to the core of the earth, the sun, and the moon. Can Spirit tell us what other planets might need healing?
Sending healing energy to all parts of Earth, reverberates out into our solar system. It affects Venus and Mercury and Saturn. Depending on the different frequency, it travels farther. It finds the alignment of where it needs to go. There's an appreciation for all of the energy that you've been sending out. A great appreciation on Spirit side, saying thank you for doing that. Thank you for the prayers for the earth. It's felt, it's honored and appreciated. While there will be many tumultuous times coming up in the next month, months, years, this is a cleansing process that's important for the earth, that's important for the planetary alignments. And an important message is to stay positive and keep peaceful within yourself. And as you reclaim and regain that peace, the earth can use that peace and flow it out to others. And whenever you have a moment of anxiety or anger or something that needs to be transmuted, the earth asks for that energy so that she can cleanse it for you. She's very powerful and appreciates the opportunity to cleanse the beings on her planet and her planet.
Thank you. We're hearing from Michelle in Kansas City, and she's sharing that after being sick for years, she recently had an energetic healing session that fixed her issues. I feel energetically stronger than ever. Did this have an effect on my psychic abilities?
Now that the focus has been released from the body, there's an ability for your energy to grow and reach out, to now focus on spirit and to focus on your other senses. This weight has been lifted from your body, and now that it's clear, the energy becomes available and useful to you to use in whatever way that you choose. It's up to you now to decide what to do with your abundance of new amounts of unlimited energy.
Thank you. Elmer BM from Japan is saying hello and much gratitude. Perhaps is there any message for me?
Hello, Elmer. I feel a playfulness when your name was said, and spirit giving you waves and laughter, as if you're either a very, very jolly person, or they want you to know that your abilities are increased when you play and find that joy in yourself. So as I'm seeing laughing and smiling and dancing, the message would be to continue to play in everything you do in your life, those around you, your family, your work, your relationships, that you receive and give much back to those around you when you play.
Thank you so much. Hiya, I'm Artie, who is Artie from Alabama, has his guardian angels around him. Is there anything my guardian angels want me to know at this time?
They love you so much. I feel them giving you courage and flowing love and heart energy to you, while you do open at times to receive all of the energy from them. They would encourage you to increase that amount of time, even in the moments where you're feeling more closed, more darkness, more lonely. Those are the moments that they want you to know that they're with you. And if you'd like to open back up, that they would love to give you an inflow of love and support.
Thank you very much. This next question comes from Carolyn Dillman from Las Vegas. And Carolyn is asking, how can I, or we, best help the ocean and the orcas?
It's important for us to remember that they too have signed up for this life and this incarnation. And while they are facing many challenges in our planet, many challenges with technology, that they were willing to come in and be part of this transformation. They ask that we give them our thoughts, our love, and also find a way with the technology and the frequencies that are interfering with their version of the world and the way they interact and move around, to send a calming neutrality to those forces that affect their world so much, so that those technologies can remain and be used by the human species, but also not interfere or plague or harm our ocean life. There is a way to bring technology together and into alignment where there isn't hurt and there isn't interference with animal life and human life.
Thank you. Daisy from Florida would like to know if her dad has a message for her. And she states, "Thank you."
There's an image of him standing very close to you and almost tickling around your neck to see if you sense it. Thinks he wants to interact and wants you to be able to know that he's close to you often and present for you often and supports you from the spirit side. He loves moving with you when you go on walks or in nature. And when you think about nature, there's a connection. There's an obvious sense of love there. The main message is that he's with you. And if you feel little ticks or little itches in your body, it might just be him.
Thank you. Theresa from Australia is asking, will the VOC application I'm doing be granted?
There's a great deal of congested energy and tied ropes that's being shown around this. It's a very tight ball of ropes or chains, which means that there's some unraveling that still needs to happen in order for this to be accomplished. Seems like the best way to approach this would be layer by layer. Find out which layer is the top layer for you to work on. To first unravel and loosen the rope so that this project and this can come through.
Thank you so much. Lana Love TV says, I have many passions and I've been working on to generate income. What is the most important passion for me to focus on to bring in money faster?
Spirit acknowledges you have many passions and they applaud you for all your passions because they feel it too. And they get energized and a lift and a bump from your passions. As far as which one to focus on or prioritize, there might be a few that you can pick, since you do have so many flames and fires and desires in so many directions. They would say pick 3 or 4 and give structure to each one, but try and keep a timeline where you focus on them all separately throughout the week. And then naturally, you'll find where one may become a stronger desire than another. But while some feed you more energetically with money, the others might feed you in a different way that you need. They might feed you spiritually at that moment. So focusing on just one might be limiting or feel constraining for you. Pick 3 or 4 of your favorites that your heart sings to at the moment and focus on those. And while some are very bountiful with wealth, the others are needed too to balance your spirit and other areas that you need.
Thank you so much. Diana, who is in Chicago. Her handle is Divine Pearls Wisdom. Would love to know what my friend Oduro in spirit has been attempting to share with me. Her name is Diana, located in Chicago. And her friend, who's in spirit, named Odoro, has been attempting to communicate, but she would like to know, what is Odoro attempting to share?
Guru says no to me, in that Adoro says that this message has to be brought forth by her, and that she can do it. She can open up more and receive this message, and that it will be very meaningful, and it's almost an assignment to find her way to get to the message in the bottle. This message is for her, and this message cannot come from outside.
Thank you so much for that clarity. We have time for one more question, and this is coming from Tiffany in California. And Tiffany V is asking, is there a certain spirit guide that helps me channel my Reiki sessions? And if so, may I please have a name so I can call on them? Heart emoji, heart emoji.
Well, there's definitely an animal energy that's coming forward. It looks like something that could almost be a fox or some other type of animal energy that's sprightly and playful and energetic. And you have some type of connection with this spirit animal. This will give your work a lightness and ease guests who aren't yet sure of the modality and aren't yet confident in the modality. They'll feel a sense of lightness when you work with this spirit and this spirit animal, which will give them comfort and ease, almost as if looking at a baby kitten or a baby puppy, where you just feel a sense of ease and joy and playfulness. Very strong connection with a spirit animal coming through.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to read a few statements of gratitude. Amora is sharing, this is so brave, and thank you. So brave to do this. Congratulations, students. Andrew is saying, thank you. That the channeler was accurate about my ancestry regarding Orion. Judy in London is saying, thank you. I have goosebumps all over. Tiffany V says, this is such a wonderful idea to do. Thank you to all the students. We're going to move on to our next channeler. Shay is saying, this is so beautiful, and you're getting tons of hearts. And so we're going to spend 15 minutes with the next channeler. And we're going to begin with Amora's question, who is out in the west coast of North America. And Amora is asking, she's doing recordings in her house. And when she plays them back, she heard a dog and a woman's voice on the recording that she did in her kitchen. Would you perhaps know who this was?
Yeah, hold on. Um, Mark's trying to come through. Yeah, I'm here, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? Oh, yeah, no, I got it, okay. Yeah, the recordings are from, okay, these are going back a ways. These are going back to previous incarnations, and you are picking them up. They are, okay, so what's happening is there are physical entities in your area, and they are, yes, that's it, reminding you of past life ideas and energies that you would like to find present in your current physical life. So they're asking you, reminding you actually to tap in to what these sounds, these recordings are. And they are more or less helping you on your path, your current path. To remind you, yes, hold on. Yes, to remind you of what you currently seek in your physical life.
Thank you so much for that. Our next question comes from Vincent in Oklahoma. And Vincent is asking, what message do my French guides have to say to me today?
Yeah, I'm very, very, very fond of the French. Yep, very, very fond of the French. Inspiration. They want you to tap into your inspiration because part of you is holding it back a little bit, okay? So open up, right? Open up to your inspiration. Do music, do drawing, do whatever moves you. I'm seeing a lot of untapped resources there, okay? You're tapping into some. But they would really like, in the romance. They would like to, and it doesn't have to be a physical romance, it could be the atmosphere of romance. Tap into that side of yourself and share. If you feel so inspired, go to museums, listen to some music. Like I said, painting, photography, anything creative. If you like to watch movies, whatever, write a book, right? So tap into that creative resource that, that's what they're saying.
Thank you so much, Mark. We have a next question from Jacqueline Popiolek from Michigan. And Jacqueline's asking, what is my or higher self's connection to Lucy or Lucy in the sky with diamonds? Thank you for doing your great work.
Elton was one of my best friends. He's still one of my best friends. So he is, part of him is coming through to help with this answer. Okay, go ahead. No, Elton's coming through. Okay, it is, Yep. Okay, okay, that's it. You have the name, okay? The name, it means something to you, right? They're not sharing that. The name is important. The name is important to you because it represents something or someone that you would like to be. And you are using their energy, which is in fact your own, right? So you are tapping into a part of yourself that you are not used to tapping into. And but you needed maybe a physical ideal about who you are in spirit. So you are given this word, and if you'd like to use Elton's song as inspiration for doing this, then he says, go right ahead and do it. That's what he wrote it for. He loves to inspire. And he's very, 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 very pleased that his song might inspire you to do this.
Thank you, Mark. Our next question comes from Sally Jeffries in UK. I'm confused about why I'm continuing to experience woo-woo stuff.
Ooh.
How can I use my experiences to support others? I'm sure I'm not just meant to keep this to myself.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. No. No. You are getting this, you are receiving this because you are now opening up to this, right? Right. So it's going to be an exciting path for you, okay? And open up however you feel, right? If you need to feel like you need to take some classes in order to get comfortable with it, go ahead. But look inward, okay? Look inward. Meditate if you would like to meditate. That's always going to be the best path. Yeah, to maybe channel one day. And feel comfortable talking to others about it. But you have a great gift. And it would be wonderful. We are all waiting to see how you want to open that up, right? Okay.
Thank you. We have Candace in San Diego. Helios, bringer of the light came through today as King Solomon. I feel trust, yet wonder if there are ways to validate the messages.
Ooh, that's interesting question. Yeah. Well, that would be heart-centered. Okay. So you have to look within. You have to look within yourself. How does that feel? How did that feel to you? Did it feel something that, ooh, maybe not, okay? Or did it feel something like, oh, I can take a breath, and this feels like something I'm comfortable with, something I feel safe with, right? So look within yourself. That is who you can trust, right? That is who you can trust the most, right? And if you feel you need to call on somebody else, of course, your guides are there. And ask them to show you how you can feel safe with this. How you can feel, is this something that would be maybe something that you would like to do, okay? But looking inward, trusting yourself. Trusting yourself is going to be the most important thing. Yep.
Beautiful. We have our next question from Brittany from Chicago. Hi, Brittany. I've been brought many horse guides around me in spirit, but I live in a major city. What is their message for me, and how can I further work with them?
Ooh, travel. Be strong, okay? If you look at a horse, they're powerful beings, powerful, beautiful beings, okay? So you are part of this incorporation with them, and they would like to help you along your path. And it can be slow, it can be fast, but whatever speed you want to take it, but they are there to support you, and they are very strong, rugged, they are saying, rugged. And they're saying Pegasus, okay? If you'd like to think about raising your vibration in order to work the spirit more, you can also envision them as being a Pegasus up in the sky, flying with you and supporting you in whatever dreams you have. Yep. That's it.
Thank you. We have Shay from the Big Island of Hawaii. I was wondering if you know what the spiritual meaning is from the fire that occurred on Maui, if there is one.
Oh, there are many spiritual messages. And yes. Many in the physical may see it as destruction, okay? Destruction, but in destruction there is always growth. There is always rebirth, right? So if there's any way that anyone can see that, can focus on the rebirth of the planet that has been scorched, because it is a rebirth. And I know it is very often hard, and we in spirit often see this, and we would like to speak to you all more often about this. But it is very, very, very multi-leveled, okay, multi-leveled. It is what the joint physical beings and the spirit beings on earth have joined together to experience, right? Right. And it might seem it's not a lesson, no, not a lesson, not a lesson. But it is what you have all come together jointly to experience and to discover how you are going to be afterwards. What people are you going to be? What spirits are you going to be? And that we are all joined together. So no, not alone, not alone. We are all together.
Thank you. We have time for one more question, and this comes from Sonia in Tucson, Arizona. Does my sister Ramona have a message for me?
Ooh, Ramona. Okay, tap in. Hold on. Ramona, where? Oh, yeah. I love you. She loves you. Loves you. She's laughing. Okay, she's laughing. Yeah, you knew she would say that. Okay. She's saying laugh more. Okay, laugh more. Laugh more, and don't be sad. She's where she wants to be. She is very, 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 very happy, and she has a lot of beings and spirits, and she likes to travel. And she said, have fun, okay, have fun. Go out, have fun. Go outside your comfort zones, okay? Go outside your comfort zone. Do something that you don't think that you would enjoy doing, okay? So yeah, she's showing, to put your toes in the pond, the cold water, okay? And there's a lot out there that you would like to discover, but you are keeping too much to yourself, okay? So go outside those boundaries, and she will be watching and supporting you always.
Thank you so much, Mark, for the words.
Yep.
Great to meet you.
Thank you, Jamie.
We are going to move on to our next channeler. We have 3 channelers left, and we're going to do 15-minute slots for each one. And we're going to move through and answer the questions in the chat thread. If you're new here, please leave your name and your location if you feel comfortable, and your question. The quality of your question, as Maitland says, equals the quality of your answer. So if you please just have that in mind. Today we are leaving our channelers off the camera screen so that they can practice answering questions towards people that they don't have a connection to and experience what it's like to be in a community and to be asked a series of questions in a row. That is the practicum for today. If you would like to meet them, there's an opportunity tomorrow from 10 to noon, and they have an opportunity to go on camera and possibly share their name and contact information if you have connected with the style of the way one of the readers are. So I appreciate you and everything that you're doing, Luminaires. We're going to move to our next channeler. And for our next channeler, this is from Dan Fulgham, who is in Grand Canyon, Arizona. And Dan recently filed as a nonprofit dog sanctuary. This process is a great unknown, and I am muddling my way through. But I've been feeling called to do it for years. Any advice on moving forward?
Dan, we're so grateful that you've chosen to follow your intuition and to enter this journey. And just know that it's really important that you continue to see the path as you want to see it and how you want to feel as everything comes together. And no matter whatever the reality is that you're facing, to know and trust that you're working with spirit for the highest good, and to continue to just trust in that. And if there's a block, to just allow the block to accept it and to sit with it and to ask for help. And then step back and see what happens. Keep up the gratitude, keep up the joy, keep up the heart-centered love that you have, and know that this world is a better place for all the work you're doing.
Thank you so much. We have a question from Kathy Amy. First, she is sending love and light to everyone, and she's been doing mediumship work for years. Always felt connection not only to spirits, but was wondering what my star seed connection was.
You have many, and we would encourage you to actually spend time under the stars, meditating in places where there isn't a lot of light, so you can actually see the many constellations and stars and see what messages you get and what you're drawn to. Your path is one of exploration and inquisitiveness and curiosity. Trust what you receive and trust the nudges and know that it's all real.
Thank you. Our next question is from Marianne in Utah. And Marianne is asking, does my dad have a message for me? Part of my soul went with him when he passed. Thank you.
Marianne, we want you to know that it might feel like your soul went with him, but that's your grief. And as you recover and allow the sadness to be, to feel it, to express it, and to let it go, that will open you up to more energy and messages. You're very connected to your dad. You receive messages all the time. Trust that. Know that he is with you. Even though you physically don't have him with you, the relationship is there, the energy is there, the love is there. Rest in that.
Thank you. Nana Rosebud says, hi, from the port of Southampton, UK. Is there any message from my grandpa, please? Big hearts.
Your grandfather is with you often. He wants you to claim a sign, something that only you will know, and to talk with him about it. And know that then when you see that sign, he is assuring you of his love and guidance and connection. You can work on your own intuitive gifts in a way that will allow you to receive more direct messages from him. We would encourage you to think about writing. You might write him a question in a journal and then let go, put pen to paper and see what comes out, and trust that that is his spirit and his way of speaking to you. Enjoy the ongoing exploration and stepping into your own gifts.
Thank you. Our next question is from Xavier. Hi, my name is X. I'm from Florida. I'm asking if my life's path is meant to be walked without a life partner. And is this where my biggest strength and my duty lies? To be without a life partner.
You have much life left to live. And if a life partner is something you want to call in, you have the capacity to do that. The challenge is not to get caught up in timelines of when it should happen or by when it should happen. But if that's what you truly want, to imagine what it feels like to have that person in your life and what it feels like to experience that love and and to love yourself that way. If it's meant to be, it'll be something that becomes very clear to you. And it might not be something that takes a long time. Trust yourself.
Thank you. This is from Chiara in Italy. And Chiara is asking or sharing, today is my friend Aurora's passing anniversary. I wonder if she has a message for me and if she could be my ghostly helper in creating, I guess, an anniversary celebration. Oh, and creating jewelry. That's what she wants to know. Be her ghostly helper in creating jewelry.
She is up for whatever you would like to work with her on. She is close to you whenever you think of her. If it's jewelry you want to do, then I would set the intention that she journeys with you as you pick out the materials, as you create the designs, and infuse the creations with her love and light as you experienced it when she was here with you. It's not just jewelry that she can help you with, but that is a start. And she would love to play and create with you that way.
Thank you. Our next question is from Amora. She's on the west coast of North America. And she's sharing that today is my grandmother's birthday. She would have been 99. Her name is Lorraine Elizabeth. Anything she would like to say?
While she understands 99 is a great feat here, she feels much younger, and she is delighted that you are celebrating her today. She's with you often and sending you love. And when you get that expansive feeling in your heart for no reason, whether it's seeing a butterfly on flowers or a hummingbird or a hawk in the sky, know that that's a sign that she's with you. She loves when your heart takes that joyous beat, that skip. It's like her hug to you.
Thank you. Megan Elder is first off saying, this is lovely, by the way. Thank you. And hello to all of you. I would like to know the name of my spirit guide or guides. I've been saying gratitude and having this open dialogue with them for years now, but I always start with, I'm so sorry I don't know your names.
The names can be revealed to you as you would like them to. Sometimes when it's a group, it's just more important to be aware of the energy of the group. It's not really important what the name is. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to songs. If you get just that little inkling that there's a name there, to claim it. Claim it and use that as you talk with them. But it's not as important that you nail down a name. It's more important that you attend to the feeling you get when you're talking with them. They want you to expand. They don't want you to get stuck on smaller things. They want you to think big.
Thank you. we have time for 2 more questions. And we're going to take a question from Optimistic Gal. And Optimistic Gal is saying, thank you for this. It's a privilege to join you. How can I be of use in life now I am stronger after my stroke? So how can I be of use in life now I am stronger after my stroke?
We love your name, Optimistic Gal, and we encourage you to take that energy and share it with others. Your gift is your presence. Your gift is your gratitude. Your gift is the wonderment that you feel of each day that you have. Share that with others, both through words, but more importantly through your heart-centered energy and sending love and attention and care to others. You have great capacity to feel for others. And it's going to be important for you to allow that, to let it pass through, to not hold on to the feelings. As you've healed yourself, you will help others heal.
Thank you. We have one more question, and this is coming from Linda Ball from the UK. Do I have a new guide working with me now?
Linda, we can tell from your question that you know the answer is yes. And it's going to be important to build a relationship with this guide and spend some time getting to know the guide and how the guide can help you. It might be that taking long walks by yourself in nature will allow you to have conversations. The guide wants you to be expansive and to be outside and open to new nudges and messages. Don't doubt them. If you don't understand them, write them down and reflect on them later. You might come into the answer to other. The guide's here to help you up level or to make the next step in your journey. Have fun with it.
Thank you so much for your time and your effort. We truly appreciate it. You're getting a lot of thank yous, appreciation, hugs, waves. We have 2 more channelers that are with us that will have 15-minute sessions. And so we're going to move to our next channeler. And our next question is from the handle Bee's Knees. Her name is Karen and she's from Canada. Do I have any messages from any of my guides or my mother? Thank you so very much. Karen from Canada.
Karen from Canada. So nice to have you here with us. Just organizing myself at the moment. We have some blankets on us. We're going to take those off. We're going to sit up. As I work with this channel, and as I told her before, we are stepping out on stage. She gets to watch. So as we do this, we explain to her that you can calm down your heart. You are not the one on stage. We are on stage now. And we are messengers of God. Of God. OG for short. How may we be of assistance, Miss May I tap in? I would just like to tap in with her for one moment. Is that okay?
Yes, please, take your time.
Ah,
This is Karen from Canada, and her handle online is Bee's Knees.
bees knees. Oh, Miss Karen. Oh, you are so delightful. Your energy is so beautiful. And once again, we were stepping in. What was the question from Miss?
Yes. Karen would like to know if there's any message from her guides, any drops of wisdom, information, and her mother is also in spirit. She wants to know if maybe the message came from her.
The messages from your mother, or from other messages from spirit, from Miss Karen. Miss Karen, you have a lot of energy and love coursing through you. If you could imagine a crystal, an amethyst, you glow. You are multifaceted. The sun shines on you and you are just gleaming in all directions. Oh, you are so reflective. You have so many talents. You have so many things to choose from. Karen, your messages that surround you from your guides and from your loved ones and your mother is that. Yes. Take your glimmering gem, shine it where you would like, polish what you would like, and move forward. God bless, Miss Karen.
I like that direction to shine it where you like. We have another Luminaire, Helen Books, and she is from Scotland, UK. And she'd love to know if she'd be able to communicate with spirit.
Hello, Helen. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for this question. Thank you, Helen, for your support with inside this community. You are a blessing. Miss Jamie, will you repeat the question?
Absolutely. Helen would like to know if she'd be able to communicate with spirit.
Oh, of course. Oh, yes. That's why we bypassed it so quickly. Oh, Miss Helen. Yes, you can. May I step in? I would like to step into your energy and just help the communication uncover a little bit. Would that be okay?
There is a lag time on the social media that we use. So if you wish to talk a second, hopefully we'll hear back from Helen to give permission.
No problem. At any time, Miss Helen.
Helen says yes.
Oh, lovely, Miss Helen. Okay, so what I would like you to do for just a moment is as you are sitting and hearing and listening to us, let's take a deep breath in. First, just starting with the belly, bringing the belly out as full as possible. Yes. Feeling that deep breath, massaging the low back, massaging the organs. And then the next time you take your deep breath in, then move it into the chest a little bit, expanding that chest, feeling the lungs expand and contract, massaging the middle back, massaging the upper back now. And then on your last deep breath, you first breathe in through the belly, you save a little air, you bring it up through your chest, and you feel it all the way up into your sinuses, and then you exhale. And now what this does as you're breathing in that air and you're feeling it into the face and the sinuses. You are also massaging your brain and your scalp and everything in between. Miss Helen, you have everything you need to communicate with spirit. Taking that deep breath in, that life-giving breath as you relax it all out and exhale. You are going to further just expand that vessel of yours, and you will hear the messages, get the downloads, trust in yourself, see the images. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for your beautiful question. Thank you for your beautiful energy. You are divine. We will work with around you and with you. So as you're getting those little messages in, you might get a little tickle, you might get a little cough, you might need to sneeze or yawn, and those will be your extra signs that we are in here and we are helping you understand that that is, yes, confirmation. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. We have a lot of moments of gratitude coming at you. Lots of hearts popping up.
Oh.
And we have time for 2 more questions.
Oh.
We have a question coming from Wouter Termote. Wouter from Belgium. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. What is my best way to start learning healing? What techniques should I use first?
Oh, thank you so much for your question. Thank you for showing up at this time to allow me to express the answers with inside this channel. She appreciates it as well. And now, as I already just spoke my gratitude, I already forgot the question. Ask me once more again.
You would like to know what's the best way to start learning healing and what techniques should I use for this?
Well, my dear love, what is it that you enjoy? Do you enjoy singing, dancing, painting? Do you enjoy the hands-on? Are you kinetic? Do you enjoy spoken word? Do you enjoy making things? Do you enjoy building things? Please know you are an unlimited tap potential of the stars. You have everything inside of you, and it's that passion that is going to fuel it, that is going to ignite it. You are 100% a healer. Simply, my friend, by you thinking kind thoughts, by you showing up today, you are healing. As I'm channeling this through, I feel inside the channel just the appreciation of you asking the question. It is expanding her, feeling that love. You are healing simply by showing up every day. You are one moment. So with inside this channel, as she channels through, there is an expression of us. Sometimes it is 1%, 2%, 3%, as we just give numbers because it's all irrelevant. But as we speak and she feels and she sees things with us, it expands the heart chakra. So with all of the joy and all of the heart center that you Luminaires are bringing to us, it is expanding us even further, and she feels it, and she is grateful. Going back to your question, I had to take a moment to tell her once again, we are on stage, and to sit down for a moment, because as her emotions get high, we start to lose that on-stage ability to be able to speak. So we wish you well in your passions, in your field, and just know, as we just expressed, you simply showing up is healing, and you have endless potential to heal and continue to utilize your arts, your joy, and your daily being. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have it in you for one more question?
Oh, yes.
I love it. This is from Sherelle from California.
Sherelle!
Connect to Sherelle. Sherelle would like to ask, What is there for me to learn from my current job now? Thank you so much.
Oh, this is just so delightful, Sherelle. Thank you for bringing your question to us. This just tickles us. This realm and jobs. Ha! What is there for you to learn? Well, let's see, Sherelle. Thank you for asking this question. We are going to tap in. Oh, Sherelle. So we hear, Sherelle, that there is an expectation to learn, to grow, to be, and although you will learn and grow and learn different things and different opportunities will show up and be put into your place. This is not so much about the day-to-day experiences and more of a stepping stone, sort of speak. In this vocabulary, your job, your placement is in place for the next stages, the next steps, and this will all come to fruition when you will see it. You will see it. You will see it when you are in your job and you are learning and you are growing and you are having your day-to-day and your conversations and your coffees or your teas or your waters. Other opportunities will come up, other people will come up that you would have not been able to meet or met or fit into place without your current job. God bless you. Thank you so much for that question. I really enjoyed answering it and feeling it and hearing the words. It's delightful, so delightful to see your next journeys, and I wish you well. And yes.
Thank you so much
Oh, my pleasure.
for your bright, loving energy.
Oh.
That was our last question for you. And so we are going to take a breath and move to our final channeler. And our final channeler will have 15 minutes to answer questions. So we're going to move. And the first question for our last channeler is from Amy Garcia. And Amy is from Miami, and she like to know, do my guides have a message for me today? Something I need here to encourage me.
Welcome everyone, and thank you, Amy, for your beautiful question, and thank you for being here, and thank you for asking your question. How divine. What's coming through to share with you is the word trust. Trust how things are unfolding for you, just how Miss Jamie just picked your question to be answered, and one of the last channelers to answer your question. So trust in this, and also as you're being with us here, feel into the vibrations that you are also, not just the words that's coming through, but the energy and the vibration. Just allow this to move through you. We're picking up, perhaps there has been some sadness or frustration, maybe perhaps recently. And we understand that things hasn't been as easy or as flowing for you. It's important that you remember to trust in the unfoldment of how things has been transpiring for you, and see what is the learning here for you. What beliefs are in the way, limiting beliefs is in the way, programs. To know that you're worthy, to know that you're good enough, to know that you're deserving, to know that things are working out for you. So with that, we leave you with that message to continue to trust the unfolding of how everything's working out for you, just how things are here right now today for you.
Thank you so much. Our next question is coming from Kathy Amy, and she says, thank you to all the channelers for sharing so much love. I have a 9-year-old son who is autistic. Did he and I share life together as healers? I do mediumship work as well now. Thank you.
And what's coming through is absolutely, and you know this already. And you and your son came here together at this time to support each other. Yes, there can be challenges, butt heads, but just know that you both here in this journey, the soul, supporting each other. So what learnings can you learn from each other? Can you see the strengths in you and in him? And how can you bring this forth? And how can you also be of service to those moms or those dads or families who have children or siblings or others who may be autistic, who may have a quote unquote disability? How can you also be of support to that? And we believe that if you share your struggles sometimes or share how you learn from these struggles and the insights and inspirations and the guidance perhaps that come through your own personal experiences, it will also further your mediumship ability, but also growing your audience and also connecting to other families and people who have similar experiences that needs your guidance and support. We trust that's valuable for you, and we thank you for your beautiful question.
Oh, thank you so much for those words. Our next inquiry comes from Garji. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I'm Garji. Should I prepare for the forest exam? Am I going to qualify for it?
Even though we don't know what that is, but as we tune in, we got that there's an energy alignment there for you already. Perhaps there's some fears that's coming up or some doubts that's also creeping in. And we suggest that you breathe with that. You allow that to be there. And that's part of the process. Release these fears and doubts, perhaps in some frustration, right? And as you're moving that through, keep checking in with your heart and be mindful and to remember not to do things because you think you should do it or others said you should do it or you need to do it, from a place of choosing, do I really want to do this? We feel like you will qualify if that's what you so choose to do. And also call in your angels, your team that's here supporting you, and know that whatever you're drawn to, you can do it, and seeing it already working out for you. But also we want to remind you to not allow other opinions or your own limitations to do something if it's not something your heart's really desire. So thank you so much for that question.
Garji saying thank you, thank you. Tons of heart emojis. And we have a universal question. In your opinion and insight from where you are, what would you say is the reason we incarnate to Earth?
First of all, we want to say thank you for this beautiful galactic question. And as we are speaking with you, we want to acknowledge you how such a beautiful heart you are, so much caring. You can ask any questions, but you're asking for this galactic question to help everyone here today. As you may know, there may be lots of schools around why we're here and what we're here to do. And we feel like perhaps that can be many hours of discussion. What's coming true right now is we're here this beautiful time, and each and every one of us chose this at this time, just like the ancestors that came before us and the future generation that comes after us. And that reminder that our soul chose it, and to live our life fully, to know that we are always loved and supported, that we're connected with that one source that is in each and everything. And as we see the economy make collapses or changes in our monetary system, and the wars that's going on right now with Ukraine and perhaps others, and also with the wildfires, the tsunamis and the hurricanes and the weather changes, just know that, remember that everything is serving us, and continue to be from this space of being this love and light, anchoring in your knowing, your connection to the source that you are, seeing the beauty in everything, and sending love and light to all that's affected. Not seeing one is better or worse than another, but seeing that it serves humanity. So as we move through this, the roller coaster ride or turbulence time, just remember that there is a purpose and light to all of it. So seeing the beauty in all will serve each and every one of us. So thank you so much for your beautiful question, and reminder to all of us to acknowledge where we are and what we are experiencing, but also remembering the galactic and the multidimensional beings that we are at the same time.
Thank you so much for all the insight. We have a question coming from Yvette. She is in the UK. And her question is, do dogs go to heaven? I lost my dog yesterday and I feel so much sadness, it's debilitating. If I speak to him, will he be able to hear me?
Woof woof. Yes, absolutely, my dear. Animals, especially our pets, we love them unconditionally and they love us unconditionally. And I have a sense that your little one is circling around you. It's like, woof, 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 like I'm here in a sense. So when you think of your little one that just crossed over, I have a sense it's a he, or that boyish energy. It's like playful energy. And just know that they're here with us. And then when we think of them, they're here, just that connection. You may not see it, you may not hear it, you may not feel it, but just the thought of connecting to your loved one, whether it's family members or your pet was also a family member, they are here with us. So in this moment, can you take a deep breath and just allow yourself to feel this connection, the words that's coming through the vibrations, and can you feel that there's a truth to it, right? And take that for your checking. And thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful question, and know that your little one is with you always.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our next question comes from B. We have time for two more, so this is the next one. And B is in Florida. And she shares that this morning at the beach, I felt compelled to send light energy to a stranger. Any insight of why and for the reason that this person would come forward, I send him 3 light choku rays and more healing energy.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for doing that. And thank you for following your inspiration. I know that sounds kind of crazy, right? You're sending love and light to strangers in this way. But that's so beautiful that you listen to your inner knowing, your guidance, and feel compelled to do that. And just know that that is an actual confirmation that is your intuition. And your guides are working with you to support you in trusting yourself and your healing abilities in this way. And We feel that's also more and more, if you're not already doing healing work, if you are, it will be more amped up. And if you haven't already, this is also giving you a stepping stone to practice. And you right there when you're close to the ocean, so using the water, the frequencies, the water, the animals that's in the water, and as you are sending these beautiful loving energies out and healing frequencies and light codes, that's what's coming through. I'm saying light codes, and you may not know this, you may know, you may not know, but know that your connection to the source that you are, like each and every one of us, have this beautiful, powerful frequency that's coming through, even though it may be invisible for others that may not know what hits them. But trust and know that's true. And that rippling effect that comes through from the ocean, just like we all connect, it's like we all one, like the drop in the ocean or the ocean in the drop, however you want to look at it, but we all circling around and be able to magnify and amplify these beautiful healing frequencies, and will come back to you. So thank you so much for doing what you do, and keep trusting the nudges that come through from your spirit team.
Thank you. Our last question is from Kimberly S. in Indianapolis. Indianapolis. We'll say that different ways now. But Kimberly S. is asking, are there any messages from higher self? And if there's not a direct message from higher self, is there any advice on how to connect to higher self?
Thank you so much, beautiful Kimberly, for your beautiful question. And also congratulations for being the last but not least for being able to receive your question today with all of us. First, we want to address that you have always been connected to your higher self. Some people say this is soul, and whatever words that you that resonate with you. You have always been connected. And as we were speaking this, feel into your being. You may not intellectually know this or perhaps remember this at times, but just a deeper knowing, perhaps there's a goosebumps or an inner knowing, there's tears of resignation, whatever that may be that flows to you. Know that you have always and will always be connected to your higher self or your soul. And no matter what happened, no matter what you go through, you cannot be separate from this. And this is this is what we each and every one of us are remembering again, that we are this beautiful divine beings or source creator in us, light beings. And that we have never been separate from that. And the more that we can connect to this and remember this, perhaps in meditation, or perhaps playing with pets, or or walking in the nature, it helps us in this all inspiring, and to help us all remember who we truly are. And as we speak of this, know that you have always been connected. Perhaps that is a bigger message for you, my dear Kimberly, is for you to remember that you have never, ever been separate from this, no matter what is you going through and how life looks and what life curveball, fastball throws at you. You cannot be separate from this source. And that this beautiful frequency, no matter if you have a bad day, quote unquote bad day, just you being alive and your presence is automatically emanating, and that alone is priceless. So we appreciate your presence, we appreciate you being here, and thank you for asking this question, and congratulations on being the last winner of today's challenge session.
Thank you so much for your time and your focus. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you to all 6 channelers who are brave enough to come forward and do their work in a public forum. And to all the Luminaires who've been present on and off throughout the last 2 hours. Thank you so much for your time and your questions. This work to me, in my opinion, is so important to help normalize it. It's been around since the dawn of time, and it can be found in any religious or any belief system about how people can communicate to the beyond. And keeping this alive and allowing it to be a resource to all of us is so extremely valuable for our evolution. Just thank you for all of your words. We're going to go back and read everything. And if the channelers decide to release their name and their identity, we will definitely put it below in the description. But we will also be here again tomorrow, Sunday, from 10 to noon Eastern Standard Time, 10 to noon a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hope that you come with a whole new round of questions. Thank you so much. We're signing off.